What's happening, my people? So it's your boy Chance Jollivet, aka Smooth, back with another video, man. So tonight, what we're gonna be talking about, Invincible, season 2, episode 4. It's been a while, and if you tune into my channel and stuff, man, if you watch my videos, I would hope that you watch Invincible. If you watching this video, if you have not watched this video, if you have not watched this show, look, check this out. I'm telling you, you will not regret it. The first season is only 8 episodes. This season right here is going to be 8 episodes. This episode 4. Then it's going to go on a little bit of hiatus. And the next 4 episodes are going to come back in about a month or something. But that's how it's going to go. Look, definitely something you need to check out. They got the comic books and stuff. You don't necessarily need to read those or whatever. But if you do want to, you can watch like Comics Explained or something. He'll tell you the whole story of the whole arc or whatever. If you want to go ahead and have like a little bit of behind the scenes or anything like that. But anyways, let's talk about it, man. Where has Omni-Man been since he whipped on Mark? So the season finale, the daddy Nolan, he beat the hell out of Mark. Found out that Omni-Man was really pretty much a bad guy. And he was gearing up to take over the world. And he wanted Mark to kind of be his partner and stuff. And Mark went against him. So he had to defeat him. And so he was about to kill him. But he'd been on Earth so long, he kind of softened up. So he spared his son. Yo. So we see what happens after he whipped on Mark. And this is one of the most beautiful, epic superhero scenes I've ever seen on a show or anything, man. Like, it doesn't seem like too much probably to most people or something, but I think it's just dope to me. Because you see him leave Earth, and like you see like people like Silver Surfer and the Guardians of the Galaxy, Thor or something, and they just leave and they go to different universes and stuff like that. You see him like really the vastness of space. And going through space and trying to find some place to go. Like, he is really lost. He doesn't know what his next move is. And, like, just see him going through space and time passing by and stuff, man. It's a dope-ass scene, man. Like, it's real cold. And we end up seeing he saves some people and stuff. And that ends up being the place where he ends up residing. And he calls for Mark to go meet him. So Mark gets to the planet and stuff, and Mark is like, it looks like they about to scrap. And Omni-Man, he kind of clenches his fist up as well. And Mark kind of jumps at Nolan a little bit, and Nolan is he ready to get down. Mark, he ends up hugging him. He loves his father. But then he resents him as well, man. He like, fuck you, man. And how could you do this to mother and me and stuff? And he tells him his story about how he got to the planet and how he kind of changed up a little bit and stuff and how these people put him in charge. But he really wanted his son to meet his other family, his other son. The thing about it is Mark is close to Viltrumite. Like, Earthlings look just like Viltrumites. So, if the Viltrumites came up on Mark, they'd be like, we're cool. You similar to us, so you pretty much a Viltrumite. Nolan, he breeds with an inferior race. I don't like to say inferior, or whatever, but the race is inferior. So, in theory, they will kill his family or something. Because they like, we don't mix our Viltrumite blood with no weaker race or anything like that. So, he needs help saving them because the Viltrumites shall be coming. Debbie is the alcoholic in the comic books. That's Mark's mother and stuff. And I keep mentioning that. But the thing about it is, I think in the series, I don't think they're going to do the alcoholic story arc. I think they just switched it to depression. So she is very depressed in the series and stuff. And she's like questioning why I wasted all this time and stuff, man. Why did he do this to me and stuff, man? And she does miss him, but it's like, fuck him as well. A little quick scene of the Mauler twin. He comes back. Like you seen the twins, they played a big role, kind of big role in season 1. And at the beginning of season 2 as well. One of them died, so he brings another one back as a clone or whatever. It always was like they are clones, so it's like it was always a fuss, like who is the real one, who is the clone. So now he like, now we know who the clone is because I brought you back and stuff, and I'm burnt, so I was blase. So anyways, that's a little thing with their story arc or whatever. Donald shows up to Debbie crib, and it's not really nothing too big, but it might grow into something. That's the only reason why I'm going to mention this. And he sees like some broken glasses and stuff. That's the glasses that he wears, and it's little clues and stuff. And he's like, And later on, he finds out that he actually died. So he must be a clone or something of that nature. I don't know where they're going to go with this. Like, I know a lot of the stories and stuff, man, but I don't really remember that in the comic books. It might be something I didn't pay attention to or something, or it might be something new. I don't know. But just keep in tune on Donald's story arc or whatever. They might do something with it. Adam Eve comes looking for Mark. She dealing with her own shit and stuff, and Mark is gone. Mark is out of space or whatever, so she... Soon as Omni-Man tells Mark why he needed his help and stuff, he like, well, what can I do? I couldn't even beat you. How am I gonna help you fight these Viltrumites? I will train you. I'm gonna train you and stuff. And see, he gets no time to train, because right whenever he say that, the Viltrumites show up. So he is put in charge. He like, man, you take your brother and my new wife to safety. Get him away, bring him to the cave system and stuff. While he does that, we going to go to Adam Eve, her little storyline right quick. And she's going through her own little thing. She goes to Guardian's place. She needs some place to stay while she's in the city or whatever, so she goes to Guardian's place. And while she's there, somebody tries to rob the place. She ends up having an epic fight. She fighting with dude and stuff, and she gets a little cocky, she gets a little reckless, and she gets other people hurt. And that's like a part of her story, because earlier on in the series, she tried to help and people got hurt because, so her father kind of, adopted father or whatever, he kind of told her, your powers don't make you special or whatever, you're going to get people hurt or something. So that's kind of weighing in her mind with these scenes and stuff. So I'm pretty sure that's going to mess with her character arc in the story, and like she's trying to figure out how to really help people and not harm them or whatever. We go back to the Viltrumites and stuff, man, on the planet. So they are having an all-out fight. Mark is trying to save his brother and stuff. Black dude comes in, Black Viltrumite. He busting his ass and stuff. He wants to kill the brother, but Mark is fighting him. They having a big old scrap, and they getting it on. Luckily, Nolan comes and helps him, and Nolan and Homeboy's fighting. It's dope because it happened just like in the comic books. Like Homeboy's choking him, and he does like this and cuts his guts out. And so he thinks that he kills Homeboy. Like, just why I say thanks, he kills him. The planet is decimated. They are looking around or something, man. Omni-Man loses it. And he's like, why do I care about these people? They are insects. I should not care about these people. He's like, that's how you should have been on Earth. You should have cared about us. So him being on Earth so long and stuff, like, and him having a family that he cared about, like, his mind frame is kind of changed up. He has a little bit more care in him and stuff. So that is weighing on Nolan. But he has no time for that. The Viltrumites show up. They got 2 more. And they got a scrap. And Nolan is like, look, you got to fight to kill. You can't fight. You can't hold back. He's like, I'm not holding back. Like, I'm trying to fight with all my might. No, you're going to get us killed. You have to, like, really fight. So Nolan is fighting Homeboy. They having a big scrap. Homegirl is beating the shit out of Invincible. Eventually, like, he starts to get it. And he starts kicking Homegirl ass. But he got that Earthling in him. He got that Superman complex and stuff. He don't want to kill nobody. So at the end, he's about to defeat her, but he just can't land the kill blow. She stabs him in the gut and stuff, man, so he's almost dead. Nolan saves him. Nolan saves him, man, and he's like, we defeated him. Okay, it's cool. Epic scene. The black dude comes and incapacitates Nolan with his guts in his hand. That's how strong these people are, man. Like how vigilant they are. You can't kill them until they're dead. Like you better make sure. And so with this happening, incapacitating him and stuff, man, they end up sparing Invincible. In the comic books, they kind of like really saved him. They doctored him up and stuff. Like they put a cast on him and patched up his wounds and stuff. They didn't do that on the TV show. On the TV show, they're just like, okay, your daddy, we're gonna bring him back to execute him because he was a traitor and whatnot. You have to take over his post. So whenever we come back to Earth, they better be geared up to bow down to the Viltrumites. So you're going to have, like in the comic books, they say you have a year. You have a year to ready the planet for the Viltrumites empires to come invade. So they don't really tell them a year, but they tell them that whenever we come back, it better be suitable for us. They better bow down to us. So that is what happened. But Nolan, he gets dragged off. He screams out to him, read my books, Mark. I hope that people remember me as better. I hope you don't think I'm a bad guy and stuff. Like, I tried to help, but read my books. Nolan was a writer whenever he was on the planet. And whenever he first got to the planet, he was like a terrible science fiction writer. But he ended up like writing like some guidebooks or something like that to pay the bills. But the science fiction novels really was about his conquest and him going to different planets. And so these guidebooks will tell Mark about the Viltrumite Empire and how he might can defeat the Viltrumite Empire. So that's why these books are very important. They have a post-credit scene. In the post-credit scene, the original Mauler, he's being a dick to the clone, and the clone ends up poisoning him and killing him. So that's, I don't know what importance that might be, but just a little something. But man, this was another dope episode, man. This was cold. Like, I don't know where they're gonna go with it. Like, well, Mark is gonna have to go to the planet, and he's gonna bring his brother. That should be how it goes and stuff. And him and Amber should be breaking up soon and stuff. I don't want to go to ahead too much. And we don't know how exactly they're gonna flip the script anyway. I want to see what happens whenever the black dude comes back with the brain. I forgot his name, but the multiversal character, and whenever they have their fight, will they show like the Spawn, Wolverine, Spider-Man, the Avengers, like they did in the comic book? Will they do that? If they do, this going to be a super epic scene or whatever. Like, even if they just allude to them like they did in the comic book. But anyways, man, like, comment, subscribe. Gonna be the greatest and the most hated, man. Have y'all been watching Invincible? If you have not been watching it, why have you not? Do you plan on watching it? If you watch this whole video, you should have been watching Invincible. But anyways, man, have y'all enjoyed the season thus far? I don't know when it's going to come back. Maybe in a month or something. Maybe I don't know. But soon. Anyways, man. Like, comment, subscribe. Gonna be the greatest and most hated, man. I'll let you boy.